Alright guys, let's take a look at a interesting Timex. Probably one of the coolest Timex that I've ever handled. And there's quite a few things I really like about this one. One is how good they recreated the homage that they were going after. So this is to pay tribute to the Ingersoll Midget pocket watch that was a World War I watch that kind of got converted over to wristwatches. Now they were obviously way larger. This is small, but typically wire lugs were just welded onto pocket watches, and then they would strap them onto their wrist. Well, that's basically what they've accomplished here with this look, but they've done it in a much smaller package, and it pays tribute really nice. So this is the Timex quote midget or trench watch or whatever you want to call it. It was a Japanese edition. Now again, snapshot in time, because you might be watching this a year later after I posted it and you probably cannot find one of these. They only are making 2,500 of them. They have two different colorways. They have this off-white and then they have a black dial one. And I don't know if it's 2,500 per watch. I assume it is. So, but I think this one is the one to get. Obviously I haven't handled the black dial one, but the part number is TW2R45000. I'll put a Amazon affiliate link down below. When I say affiliate link, that means that if you buy the watch or anything after you click that, then I'll get some sort of kickback or something from Amazon. It doesn't cost you any more money, it just helps out the channel. So, case size, we're looking at a 38mm case. Lug to lug, if you can call it that, I guess, is about 44, but you're going to have to go through with a pass-through. Now, I'll take this all apart so I can show you in a moment. But 12mm thick, but that's not including the bund strap here. Actually, if we get a total thickness of that, you're looking at about 15 3/4. But that's with the leather strap doubled up. And 19mm lug width here, so you're going to be able to stuff probably a 20 in there. If it's cloth or something, it'll fit. And then a huge crown at 8.5mm. Should be push-pull, typical Timex affair. It does have Indiglo, actually, and you can see that written on there. And it is only a 30-meter water depth rating. So don't plan on getting this thing too wet. On Amazon, again, snapshot in time, price point $85.20. Now, I have to say big thanks to my buddy Chris over at the Watch Lounge. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He sent this over, and it was sent to him by a buddy named Roman. So big thanks to Roman, big thanks to Chris over at the Watch Lounge that I got to be able to see it. And as soon as, I didn't want to miss out. I know I had like a little bit of FOMO, right? A little bit of fear of missing out. So as soon as I opened this up, checked it out and everything like that, I went over to Amazon and I ordered myself one too. For $85, that's a no-brainer. These Timex, some of these weird Timex watches, and I guarantee you this one right here, you're going to see in a year or 2 years, it's going to be worth way more money and it's just going to be hard to get. So I didn't buy it with the intention of selling it. I bought it with the intention of, I'm willing to pay $85 for this. I'm not willing to pay $185 for it. So a little bit of FOMO is actually justified in certain circumstances, and I think this is one of them. So you can see the leather is actually high quality. SB Foot Tanning Company, Red Wing, Minnesota, USA. So that is really nice, and I like that they went with a full-on bund strap instead of just a pass-through. Makes it so I can wear this 38mm watch. I'll show you what I mean. It both feels super comfortable on wrist and it looks better on my wrist because I'm used to wearing 42 by 50mm watches. So when you put it on a more substantial strap, I feel like it just balances it out. It just works on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. And I look forward to wearing the one that I purchased. So now typically this watch probably had, I didn't research what movement it had in it, but I'm guessing it had some sort of manual wind movement in it. Probably the 6.4, I get them mixed up. Was it 6498 that had the subdial at the 6? I can't remember. And then 6497 had it somewhere else. I can't remember exactly. I'm sure you guys will correct me on that. And maybe that's not even the right movement that the pocket watches had, but that's kind of the layout it has, and I really dig that. So if we take a closer look, it's It's a pretty cheaply made watch, guys, straight up. The metal is pretty cheap. It's kind of patinaed, so that's actually kind of fun. And I like the orangish, faux patina, I guess is what we're looking at here. But it's just a good looking watch. I like to see Timex do things like this. It's obvious to me that they're not going to go upscale. They do have some nicer watches, but this is their market and they own it and they live in it. And they're still just making some really cool watches that pretty much any one of us can buy at $85 through the Amazon link. Most people are going to be able to afford that. And you could wear it until it dies or whatever. So here's a look at the case back. It says Philippines on there, obviously. So tells you what battery cell it takes. Here, let's zoom in a little bit so we can see. Water resistant 30 meters, Timex.com. It actually numbers right on there. Japan limited, 2,500 pieces. That is pretty cool, and it has the part number and everything, so it's legit. Like I read the, and then here's a closer look at those wire lugs too. I'm not sure how they do it, but they just kind of protrude right out of the case. So overall, I think this is a no-brainer pickup for me. And I think for a lot of other people at $85, it's just whatever. You hate to just throw away $85, but I definitely don't think that's what's happening here. I think I'm getting a watch that I will actually wear. And worst case scenario, if I ever find myself in a position where, you know what, I'm just not wearing it, doesn't justify owning it anymore, I'm fairly certain I'll be able to get my $85 back. All right, let's kill the lights and check out the Indiglo, because Timex is also iconically known for their Indiglo. So, boom. If you can't read that, then you, sir, are blind. So, the Indiglo blows away any sort of actual lume that you can put on a watch. So, it's kind of cool that they blended modern technology, if you can call it Indiglo modern, with some vintage World War I type technology. So, awesome watch, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid.